And we are live. Hello, everybody. I am Leonardo Torres.
I'm Erika Ayala.
And together we are
Leonardo and
Leonardo
Erika.
Mustachio in the house. También.
También. Mira nomás.
He makes his appearance still too. We are coming at you now because we wanted to talk about, do a quick Q&A.
And it's actually going to be quick, familia.
And it's actually going to be quick. So quick. I'm going to set an alarm, actually, in fact. I'm going to set it for 30 minutes.
33.
33 minutes.
It wouldn't be right. It has to be 33.
That's right. Okay, stop. Timer. Boom, right there. We're going to go 33 and 33 seconds.
33 minutes.
33 minutes and 33 seconds. We're going to talk about whatever you want to talk about. I don't know.
Whatever.
Yeah, we didn't post a video this morning. There's a reason for it. I was a little bit overwhelmed from yesterday's talk. Not overwhelmed in a bad way. It was just, it just took a lot out of me. I don't know why. It was a really intense conversation. After we were done, we ate dinner, and then I still took some time to think about what was going on. And there was a great sadness actually that rose in me. A sadness, familia, because we still have situations, I don't know, in the States, I guess. I can only speak for the United States, but I know it happens more around the world. A lot of people still being mistreated by others. A lot of people still, troubling others. This morning I saw a video on the news of this American fella who was wearing a shirt that said "Live generously" and had a cross on it. And he was harassing this poor, I think she was Puerto Rican worker in Florida, asking her if she was illegally here, and just harassing her. And apparently he had been harassing a lot of people in different restaurants, demanding that people show and prove to him that they were legally in the States. And it hurt my heart because it's just such a sensitive topic, the whole thing about being legal and whatnot. I usually don't like to touch on these subjects. The whole thing that what happened with reckless love came from that too, from Floyd being killed, and the pain that I felt in my heart over it, over having another human being's life being taken, and that's not right. So it was heavy. But anyway, let's cheer this thing up and be a little bit on the positive side.
Can I grab my glasses really
Go ahead,
quick?
grab your glasses.
I'm gonna get off my stepping stool really quickly.
And she's wearing.
And I'm wearing my Crocs today.
So she's a little bit taller.
A little bit taller.
Just
I'm like,
a little bit.
Yeah. Mama bear.
Take the news with a grain of salt. Yeah, but there was footage of it happening, and so it was still. I'm not a news person. I don't usually watch the news. Mama Bear's here. Sorry, I didn't.
Yeah, I literally.
Sorry, it's because I was reading David Wellman's.
No, it's okay.
Message.
Sorry, she just deserved a little bit of a shout out there.
So we did, and also, just another thing. Yes, Ranger games. Like I was supposed to do a For King and Country reaction today.
Yeah.
And honestly, I can't really do with like. I already have a lot on my plate as it is in my personal life, and I don't mean to get too personal here, and I'm happy to be doing this. That I'm happy to be doing this every single day. I take a day off here and there, but even when on my days off, I'm either editing something or I'm recording something. I just record something and then I edit later, but I do something for the channel every single day, and I'm happy to, because I love you guys and I love what we do. I love just interacting with you all and everything. But honestly, like besides the channel, I have a lot of things that happen in my day-to-day life with my family, and it gets really hard sometimes. So I hear you. You want your For King and Country, and I was going to do that today. It wasn't. I didn't even get a chance to record it, so I was going to wake up early today and record it. But honestly, I haven't been sleeping well, and I think I put sleep first, because if I didn't put sleep first today, you probably won't have another Leonardo for a couple of weeks. So my sleep was really important for me this morning. We didn't really sleep in that much, right? But
I mean, we did sleep in what we normally do,
Yeah.
but we don't. The thing is, it's like not the amount of sleep we get; it's like the quality of the sleep. Sometimes we just, it's not. I'm okay if I sleep 4 hours, but sometimes, as long as if it's like I'm asleep for those full 4 hours, you know.
Right.
And sometimes that we just haven't been having that lately. It's just been a lot going on. So.
And we took an awesome nap in the middle of the day today too.
Yeah, it was really nice.
I feel a little bit better than I did this morning for sure. So.
And he was working on some art.
And I was working on my art.
Yeah, he actually did earlier. So
that was fun this morning or this afternoon, I guess you could say. Yeah, it was that afternoon. And I just needed to do something that helps me relax. And so, there's that. I understand. I've got dozens of songs still to do. I just really needed to take a step back from it all. So don't think that I'm ignoring you. I'm just getting a lot of requests, and I want to do them all. Trust me. Someday I just want to be able to record all day.
All day, that'd be awesome.
Just record as many as I can, and then spend the next 2 days editing, and then spread them out throughout the whole week or two. But today was a little bit challenging because of last night. The conversation that we had last night was awesome.
Yeah,
it was great. And we still walk away with some people feeling, what's a good word for it?
I don't know, unsatisfied. I don't know.
Unsatisfied.
Or still not at peace, or I don't know.
The topic of the Holy Spirit seems to be really hard. I don't know. I was expecting some pushback. It was expected, but honestly, I'm a people pleaser, right?
Yes.
I'm a people pleaser. So it's hard for me to say no to people. But when I start noticing that it's affecting my emotions and it starts to affect my internal world, I take a step back. Sometimes I run away. I'm not running away from you all. Sometimes I run away, but in this case, I just have to take a little bit of a step back. Because I really don't understand. I understand that everybody views things differently. The goal to the series is to listen to other people's points of view and to begin to understand one another and say, oh, okay, this is why apologetic or this is why the apostolic people believe that, or, oh, okay, now I understand why Catholic people believe that. It's not about disagreeing. You can disagree, but it's more about understanding one another. From there, like I don't know.
It's been challenging for you, well, for us, because I know how much you like to make sure that everyone is happy and that leaves with something. And when you feel like even if there's just the one that is unhappy or leaves or doesn't explain, I know that it hurts you because you have such a great heart, like a big heart. So. But I mean, if I could just be honest, like really bluntly, we can't please everyone. That's just, it's as much as we'd love to, as much as we'd like pray about it and stuff, we can't. Unfortunately, that's just not how it works. We can continue to just show people love, and hopefully maybe the next person they come across, maybe something will stick from what they get out of them. And it'll be because they came from us somehow, I mean, it's just challenging.
Yeah. PJ that says it's so hurtful because we are to all love, and there's so much hate. We must pray and pray hard for God to touch our hearts and deliver the hateful people from their hurts and scars. Amen to that. So it's a little bit hard to approach this topic of the Holy Spirit. And yesterday after we hung up after we got off and I ate, and then I sat quietly for some time to ponder what was going on. The words, it's just like the comments that we've been receiving on reckless love, right?
Yeah.
Which are basically what's the most common answer on reckless love?
Well, you get a lot of like, I'm praying for this guy. I'm praying for you. You're talking about those ones, or
no? When they try to answer my question.
Oh, why can't we love this way? They say we can't love this way because we're not God, or that's usually the answer that we get from them, is that we can't love that way. Like we're sinners, so we can't love that way.
Right. And so last night when I was thinking about all this, I kept imagining the words of Christ, who said, like, if you love me, you will obey my commands. And those that love me will obey my commands, and those who do not love me will not obey my commands. Very simple phrase, right? If you love me, you will obey my commands.
Mm-hmm.
And then he says, and my command is love one another.
Mm.
Very simply put. So you will know the people who love him by how they love others. And you will know people who don't love Christ by how they don't love others, right? How you treat another person, another human being. Now, having said that, for me, a person who says, I welcome Christ and Christ is my savior and I love Christ with all my heart, mind, and soul, that person will also love others. It's that really that simple. So when Christ says, like, obey my command is to love one another, will you tell him, like, no, I'm sorry, I can't. I'm a sinner. I'm not perfect like you, so I can't. He's asking you to.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what I don't understand. Like, it's to me, it sounds like an excuse. It sounds like an excuse. I can't love other people because I'm a sinner, and that's it, and it hurts. It really, really hurts. It really hurts. I just want to see more people loving each other. And loving doesn't mean like I want you to go out into the street and hug strangers and tell them you love them and be like, I love you so much.
Oh,
it's not like that. It's being respectful. It's being kind. It's being patient. All of that.
Yeah.
All of that good Corinthians 13. The hard part is loving the unlovable and your enemies. True, it is hard. But I'm talking about like people who see someone of a different color of skin as their enemy. Like, that's just hateful, like, how is it that we have, how do we have people who have Christ in their heart hating someone over the color of their skin? Doesn't make sense to me. It's like, I also was picturing yesterday that verse that says that when we arrive to the gates of heaven, Christ will divide the people into two different groups, and he'll tell another person, like, one group will say, you guys are not welcome here because when I was hungry, you didn't feed me, and when I was thirsty, you gave me nothing to drink, and when I came to you as a stranger, you didn't love me, you didn't welcome me. So you're out. You're not coming in. And the people that were left, it was safe to assume that the other people were going to come in, and he said that these people were confused or will be confused. They were going to say, Lord, when did you come to me hungry? When were you hungry that we fed you? When were you thirsty that we gave you something to drink? When were you ever a stranger that we actually that we welcomed you and loved you? I don't understand. Like, I don't remember. In other words, they're saying, I don't remember you ever being a stranger, and I don't ever remember you being hungry or thirsty that I gave you anything to drink. And he says, well, what you did to your brothers and sisters, you did to me. What you did to other people, you were doing it to me. What that is another key in how we should treat one another. Is that when a person is hungry and says, like, when a person arrives to you, any stranger comes to you and they're hungry and you feed them, it's as if you're feeding Christ. When they're thirsty and you give them something to drink, it's as if you are giving Christ something to drink. Because he says that he lives in each and every one of us. He's everywhere, right?
Yeah.
And so he's in that person. He's in that stranger. And how you treat that stranger is how you're treating Christ directly, not as if, but in actuality. And so it's like, if we say that we're going to enter the kingdom of heaven because of X, Y, Z, and we've said these words and we've done these rituals and we've behaved in this certain way, God's going to say, no, I'm sorry. Because even the other people were saying, hey, did we not go and talk to people about the gospel? Did we not perform miracles in your name? And Christ is like, sorry. When the the thing is that you did not obey me when I said love one another. That's an important one too. And I am at least going to try to live my life that way.
Yeah.
I'm going to try my best, my hardest to live life that way. And love each and every one of you as if I'm actually loving Christ, because I am loving Christ in the way that I treat you, in the way that I behave with you. So it hurts me to see that, like, people are divided, especially when they're divided over ideas, when they're divided over concepts, when they're divided over how they identify with the country they identify, with the skin color they identify, with the class that they identify with the religion they identify with. It hurts.
Yeah.
How do you feel?
Well, no, it's just one of the things that, like, I've had conversations with you about, like the question that I've asked you, why is it so hard for people to just love one another? Like, it's sometimes still, like, I think about it, right? And it seems so, I mean, if you really think about it, it's really simple just to love and be kind to one another, regardless of their background. I mean, I would want that for me, and I don't want people to look at me and because of my mistakes or my past that I'm unlovable, because we are all lovable and we all are worthy of this kind of love. And it just breaks my heart. And like, I've broken down to him many times. We have these conversations and I ask him, and sometimes it tears me inside to just know that there's just people out there that aren't being loved the way that we should. Like, we preach that all the time, like, love like Christ loves us, but some of us don't. And so it makes it hard for me to sometimes see that, but I do my best and I pray about it, and I still see the good in everything, even people that may not see the good in me or my decisions or my ways. It's just, I just want us all to, I know I'm not the only one, but I really do just want us to just love each other all the time. You see somebody, help somebody, be kind to somebody. You don't know what somebody's going through. We don't know. You could be that person's hope. They might have been like at the ends of what they were feeling, and you could come around and be that. And if you have, like he says, if you have Christ in you, you're able to do that, and it's where I feel about it. I usually don't say much about it because I get nervous or not, or all that. But, it's just, I don't know. I just want more love.
Yeah. We love you too, Katie.
Yeah. We love all of you here. Like, we really, really do. And we appreciate you guys very much, because La Familia has been such a beautiful community, global community. Like, and you guys have been so inspiring to us, to like big. I know you guys say that we're inspiring to you guys and you guys are thankful and grateful for us, but we are grateful, like, beyond measures for you guys. Like, you guys are amazing, beautiful, and we love you so much, so much.
Yeah. And this doesn't apply to all of you, but when I first came on the channel and I started to explore the music, I was asked by all of you to please just listen openly and to be open and to consider, that if I needed something explained to me, that I could reach out to all of you and explain, and you would explain it to me. You wanted me to listen attentively, and you wanted me to hear your stories before I rejected them. I didn't reject any of it. I haven't rejected a single thing. The only thing that I sort of was opposed to was when everyone was asking me to listen to Ravi. I forget his last name, but they were saying like, "Hey man, Ravi's like the best. He's the best." And I told you all, I said something about Ravi just doesn't rub me the right way. And then a few months later, it was discovered that he really wasn't like, he wasn't a good example of Christ, and but I'm not here to bash Ravi. He had his reasons, right? And then also Living Waters, like listening to Ray Comfort, right? I'm just Ravi Zacharias, thank you. I'm just hesitant about people like that, and I'm nothing against them, but their method, their approach, the way that they approach people in general. So that's, other than that, I think I've been pretty open to the stories. I've been pretty open with reading the Bible, even though it was sort of uncomfortable for me in the beginning, right? And at the same time, and again, it doesn't apply to all of you, but it hurt me that a lot of you weren't open, that some of you weren't open to listening to me. Some people weren't open to listening to some of the guests that I have had on the show. Or that maybe there's like an idea that you didn't like, and then rather than listening, like I listened openly, people turned away. There's been a lot of good people that have come to the channel and left. Some didn't explain why. Others, I'm still not sure 100% whether or not it was me that did something, or if it was the way that somebody else on the channel treated them. I have no clue. But familia, like, I just want to ask, like, be open, be open, be loving, be caring to one another. And sometimes please remember that, like, you're on the channel, and all I've ever spoken about is love. I don't come on here. I don't like trash anyone. In fact, some people were hesitant to even click on my videos to begin with because they thought I was going to trash the music. They thought they're like, man, I've seen your videos pop up, your suggestions pop up numerous times, and I honestly thought, I was afraid of clicking because I thought you were going to trash the music that I love so much.
Yeah.
And if you watch Oceans and how I was so anxious and nervous, and it's like, I'm not religious, I was like, no, I don't want you all to think that I'm part of this, because I'm not. And and then look at me now. I have my own journey. There's a big story of how I came here to this point, how I came to meet Erika, and how I came to the channel, and where I am now. And as you see, I've opened up in the last few videos. I've prayed in the last video, two or three lives ago. Yeah, 2 videos I prayed in. Yesterday I prayed again, and we went into this spontaneous thing. I don't know.
It was
I don't even know what to call it. In yesterday's live, and I haven't done anything like that ever. And honestly, my heart is with having you all not be the same person you were when you met me in this channel.
Yeah.
And Erika and I have been doing our best to love you all, to hear you all, to hear your stories. I had this one person yesterday who was like, commented on a video. It's very rare when people swear on their comments, but there's one that said, it said, "You sound like you're 4 or 5 miles away. Like, I hate when people do this S, like this bleep. Don't you check your stuff before you post it?" And I listened to the video, and it was fine. The audio was fine. So I responded like, "I have no idea what you're talking about. Maybe it's a problem on your end. But seriously, like, if you don't like it, feel free to give it a thumbs down. I encourage you, please give it a thumbs down. You didn't like it, that's fine. That's totally up to you. But just move on to another channel. Why are you going to take the time to to trash something you didn't like? That's fine. You don't like it. I mean, not everything that we do on the channel you're gonna like. Yeah. Sometimes I do songs I didn't like.
Yeah, I mean, like, that's true.
I like, who was it? Like, for example, The Blessing. He didn't
really care for that one.
Yeah,
much.
It didn't talk to me really, and I know that so many of you loved it, but guess what? I still gave it a chance. I still listened to it. I still said something positive about it, because that's who I am, But yeah, like, honestly, things have gotten kind of tricky here on the channel. A lot of people, like I said, left. A lot of good people left recently, and today I took a slight break because I was talking to her yesterday.
We can't, like, how do I say this? We're just going to be honest. Leonardo has not, and I'm just going to say it. I mean, I love him, and I know that you all love him very much. And I know that you'd like to know he has not been himself for like a couple weeks. He has been feeling really down, and a little bit of heartbroken in a sense, not fully, but a little bit, because people leave and he doesn't know why. And we all do that to ourselves. We ask ourselves, well, why did that person leave? Did I do something? What did I not say? And I think that if we've ever come off, I think I've seen Eric Davis in there say, if he's ever come off rude or hurtful to anybody, like, let us know. We want to know, because we always want to make it right with you guys. If you message me or you message him, go directly to him, because it does take a toll when somebody just wants to spread love like he's been doing and like he wants to do on a daily. And when all of a sudden he feels like people are leaving and doesn't know why. And he questions himself if he should do it anymore. If is he really having an impact? Is he bringing value to you guys? Or is it worth it for him anymore? He's losing a little bit of, not purpose, because I don't really like to say it that way, but it's been kind of hurting me too. It's been making me sad because I know that this is something that he really enjoys doing. He loves doing this. He loves bringing you guys together and being open and honest. I'm so proud of him. And I know I've said this before, but I'm not proud of really what he's doing, because this has been Leonardo even before I met him. This person has always been here. We just are seeing it now because he's finally feels comfortable and he feels like he can be, because you guys have allowed him to be, in a sense. Like, and that's what I'm proud of him for. You know, the other day when he was praying out loud, the first time I heard him, that was the first time I heard him pray out loud. And I was like I was tearing up, because I feel like a lot of you guys have impacted him to bring out that Leonardo that was hiding for a long time. And so when we do see that people leave, it hurts him. And he doesn't show emotion because he likes to just hide it. And sometimes I have to like kind of shake it out of him a little bit. You do like to hide it because he tries to overcome the emotion. He tries to like sit there, he'll be silent, and he tries his best to just calm himself and his emotions and tell himself, okay, Leonardo, you know, like we do that. But he has not really been fully himself lately. And I don't know, it makes me sad too, because
and by that she means that I'm just not always the happiest, you know?
Yeah, and that makes me sad because we want him to be happy. He's trying to make us all happy, me included. You know, he has to take on he handles a lot of people's emotions, and I will admit I have some of my own trauma and my own healing that I'm going through. And sometimes that could be, he takes on that for me sometimes. And we get other people that he tries to help, and he's a people pleaser. So he takes a lot on, and then he just feels really heavy, which is not a complaint, because he'll do it and he loves it, because that's his way of really just spreading love. And he will continue to be that person, which is why I love him so much. Like,
and I want to be as authentic as I possibly can. You know, when I first started the channel, I started looking at other reaction videos, other reaction channels, and their channels would just take off, and they had so many views. And I'm like, why is my channel, like, why is this channel not taking off that way? And I realized like they were just hyping up the music, you know, and some of those channels are gone. They're done. And I could have easily have been like, yeah, I love this. Ooh, yeah. All right. You know, and
but no, because that's what sets him different, because he could, yeah, he's right. He could have easily had came on in like the third video and said, I'm just going to say, I mean, you could have easily on the third video said you were a Christian, but you were on your own journey and your own path. It was going to happen when it was when you felt it. And I'm so happy that you went that direction.
It actually broke my heart yesterday when I saw someone in the comments say, I'm not going to say who, they said that they actually liked the channel better when it was a non-Christian channel.
Yeah.
Ooh, it's
again, we can't please everybody.
But it hasn't all been that like that, you know. We have some wonderful things like what happened here with David Wellman. He got into an accident. We all came together. Familia.
Which,
seriously,
oh my gosh.
Thank you all so much for helping out. David, we closed it out already.
We did.
The GoFundMe today. We'll get you the funds
coming your
soon.
way.
But we came together, we prayed for him. We all got together to help pay for the medical bills for a surgery that he really, really needs. So I'm proud of you, familia.
Yeah, that was
honestly, I'm really proud of a lot of people on this channel, because a lot of you have come together. Oh, thank you, Alicia, for the super chat. Says thank you for. I'll read in just a bit. But seriously, thank you all so much for coming together and spreading love. I really wish that all 75,000 people that have joined the channel would spread love and would join all these conversations, but unfortunately, it's been a lot less amount of people than I hoped for. But again, I'm honestly just following what God wants me to do.
And maybe those people, you did help them, and maybe that was your purpose, that you served your purpose, and and that's just how I look at it. And it's not really, we don't lose anybody. We still gain people daily. And those people that still came to the channel, even if they left, I full-heartedly believe that they still got some value from you in this channel and from the people that are on here, like every day.
I believe that.
And I know it. We both know it.
And I'm grateful for all of you for coming together. All 47 people watching live right now. It's also, if I may be honest, and I'm always going to be honest with you, it gets a little discouraging sometimes, because I remember in the beginning when the channel started to take off, I would go live and it would be like 300 people, 400 people like watching, and all of them were praying for me and hoping that I would come to the point where I would come to Christ and open up my heart to Christ again. And the motivation was wonderful, was beautiful. And then like today, like, I go live and then it's 47 people, but I'm grateful. I don't want to come across as ungrateful, but it just also, sometimes it comes to the point where I'm like, am I going to be able to afford to do this every single day? Because I do this every single day, and I'm grateful because because God provides, and has put a lot of beautiful people on our path that have blessed this channel, monthly, weekly, and all that. But I have to say that I have to start to consider whether or not I can do this every single day. I may have to take maybe 1 or 2 days off so that I can do something else, so that I can continue doing this, because I'm not going to quit this. I'm for sure not going to quit this. And I love my Rock Metal Mondays too much.
Yeah, I'm loving them too, by the way. I'm like a rocker now.
and my Hillsong, and and all of that.
These occasional lives are really nice.
Honestly, the conversations I've been having have been wonderful. I know that some of you don't agree with some of the stuff that's being said, but I appreciate it, and I want to thank you for keeping the chat respectful and to say, hey, I don't like that, I don't agree with that, but and
the friendships that people have built in the chat, like there's people that have, like, we have an adopted mama bear in Scotland. Like, she is our mom.
Yeah, she's our mom, and that's it. We have a Discord dad.
Yeah.
We have Angela, who has been doing a wonderful job with Discord. So for those of you who don't know, we have a Discord page. I don't know, is Angela on here?
I believe so. Yeah? She did it. We can ask her to do it again.
Angela, if you can, please just post the link again. Some of you may or may not know, we have a Discord page where we offer prayer to people, and you're welcome to join the prayer support. The prayer server, and request prayer for your everyday things. Every once in a while, you I don't know, you have a job interview, or like Nate, who had a.
Oh my gosh, I want to shout him out. I'm so proud of you, Nate. He was so worried about the soccer tryouts. He was talking to Angela and some of us on Discord, and I saw it, and I took my opportunity, because I used to play soccer and I coached kids. I was like super excited, and I was like, Team Nate all the way. And sorry, I always look up there at myself. I'm supposed to be looking here, but yes, shout out to him. He made the team, and we're all proud of you, like super proud for just going with it with a positive attitude.
He made the team.
Yeah.
So congratulations. We're going to be cheering for you.
Yeah.
Alicia says, thank you for listening to the calling of God on your life through this channel. I feel so alone as a special needs parent, but I feel so loved here. Oh, we love you so much.
Yes.
And we're with you. Anything that you need,
always.
We're here to support you in any way that we can. Thank you so much. We have Pam in the house too. Hey, Pam. Go, hello, Nate. Pam. So you got
Team Nate. I did Angela. I did that on hashtag Team Nate.
We're Team Nate. So we're all gathering here together. So again, I don't want to come across as ungrateful, because this channel has been so good to us, and you have all been so good to us, and God has been so good to us, and I'm going to continue to explore. I know that to some of you it's like, yeah, are you a Christian? Are you a Christian? Are you a Christian? The best thing that can describe me is that I am a student of Christ, and I am a follower of truth. So I'm going to go wherever truth takes me, and sometimes that's going to mean that I'm going to push back and question some of the things that have. We have arrived to our 30 minutes.
But it's okay. We love you guys. Okay. We're just going to ignore the time.
Ignore the alarm. And I'm going to keep bringing guests. familia, because my goal, our goal here is to make sure that you all walk away better than you were before.
Yeah.
To understand, maybe you'll learn something that the church itself is not teaching. I'm not talking about doctrine. I'm talking about things like what to do with your mind, what to do when you're frustrated, what to do with, like, I'm big on the love of God. I've said it from day one that the Great Spirit has always been good to me, that all I wanted to do was spread love and spread peace and spread kindness. And I want that peace and that love to spread into your lives so that you can spread it to other people and begin to be a blessing to other people too, to change, to tip the scales over, for the world to have more love in the world. And what we want for you is to, I guess, if for you your goal is to be a better Christian, then so be it. To be a better Christian, I want you to be a better person overall in general. That when you say I love God and I'm going to obey his commands and I'm going to do what he asked of me, remember that love is the biggest thing that he said that was the most important one out of everything else that you can do. Out of all the gifts, love, being loving to other people is the thing that is the main thing. It's the main thing that you should follow, right? And so a lot of us don't know what that means. What does it mean to love one another? So if I can answer some of those questions, because I took a journey, God took me through this journey as an atheist, and then as an agnostic, and then as just plain nothing. And I learned a thing or two about myself. I learned a thing or two about my mind, about my emotions and how to handle them, and how to look at the past and how to look at the future, and how to ground myself in the present moment. Nothing to do with like any, I'm not trying to start another doctrine. I'm not trying to start another religion or anything like that. I just simply want to be a place where you can come and watch and hear, like maybe a therapist tell you about, certain things, answer certain questions for you. Maybe have someone who's in health who can talk to you about better eating, better living. Maybe we can have pastors talk about, yes, biblical stuff, but maybe other non-biblical stuff, not nothing. I don't know. I truly wish that we were all open enough to where I can invite maybe a Buddhist to join us and talk to us about, how he brings himself to peace. But I don't think people are ready for that. We're not ready for that. Not to be, mostly because some people were like, no, he's trying to convert us, and it's not about that. But anyway, I'm just being a dreamer there.
A dreamer.
I'm being a big dreamer, but yes, thank you for coming together to help David Wellman.
Yes.
I love the Instagram block.
So do I.
Block sessions. I love those too. Yes, for all of that. So, the content has changed. There are fewer people, a good amount of good people that for some reason just walked away. They didn't, maybe it was me, maybe it was Erika, maybe it was
I hope it was. But if it was, I'm sorry.
Maybe it was somebody else who was, who's also a member who may have said something unkind and they left. Who knows? I still have so many unanswered questions, but I still love and talk to every single one, and every single person is still welcome. I have to say there have been some people that I myself had to back away from because they were bringing a vibe that was too hard, too harsh. Even though they are Christians, their approach to other people was too heavy, and I don't want that. I truly don't want that. I understand we're to talk about sin, we're to talk about and address things like that, but there's a time and a place. And when someone has a question, when someone's heavy-hearted or going through some situation, the last thing they need to be told is that maybe it's God that's doing this because they're a sinner or because all that other stuff. That's not the Christ that I know. So any questions? Oh, real quickly, just want to talk about, since we're on the topic, lately I've been seeing a lot of posts from the people at The Chosen by Dallas, who has been receiving some pretty harsh comments from, I guess, episode 5 is a touchy episode. I just want to say, like, it's art. It's art. He's telling his story. It's not meant to be, replace the Bible. it's a drama. I mean, I don't know what else to tell people, but just, I don't know, back up, like, just, take a step back and see it for what it is. It's not, I don't think it's, as long as he's not saying, hey, Satanism is the way to go, or, I don't know, he's telling people something that is going to push them away from Christ, then sure, let's say something about it. But I don't know, it's really hard to talk about, I'm sorry, to be someone who creates content and then have someone just, bash it and maybe not understand it. How do you feel about that?
About the whole, about him getting such heat for it?
Yeah.
Well, in the same way, I feel bad. I mean, he's doing the best, and you don't have to watch it. I mean, I know that sounds kind of harsh, but I feel bad. I don't know what it would be. I'm not a director, and I don't know how to, like you said, it's an art, so I wouldn't know how to. I mean, I don't know. I guess if I don't know something, I don't really would comment. I would just kind of go with it in a sense. And I haven't seen it, so I don't know. I just kind of hear what people are saying, and I don't really want to go based off what other people are saying. I kind of want to see it, but hopefully we're going to do that soon.
Yeah.
So that we can, but even then, even if I didn't like something out of it, I'm not going to go out of my way to be hurtful or really attack somebody. That's really ultimately what it is. I don't have to agree with it, but I also don't have to approach it in an aggressive way.
Right.
I mean,
if anything, ask him, hey, can I ask you, why did you decide to do it this way? Yeah. Let him answer for himself. Here's something I want to point out really quickly. Guys, there's only one true God. Buddha does not have a platform there. Jesus is the only way to heaven. A lot of people can't grasp that. Yes, Griff. Yes, you're absolutely right. However, I want to point out respectfully that the Buddha is not a God. He's not a God. He never said he was God. The Buddha means, the word Buddha itself just means awakened one who is awakened to a truth. It didn't mean that he was the truth, the way, or the life. He wasn't trying to lead people to heaven or convert anyone or anything like that. In fact, the Buddha himself was, his name was Siddhartha Gautama, and he was Hindu. And he actually rejected his Hinduism to go follow truth. And he came to a truth. In fact, a lot of people, no, never mind. I'm not going to get into that. But the Buddha is not a God. So nobody worships the Buddha. They just see him as an example of how to live a peaceful and loving life. So, it's nothing to fear. And this is one of the reasons why I brought it up, is because I feel like sometimes we hear from our pastors, or we hear from someone who's a Christian, that Buddhism is not good, and I'm not here to say that it is or it isn't. Okay, maybe it's not for you, maybe it is for you, maybe you shouldn't look at it. But however, it's like if I said that German food was trash when I've never had it, or that like the German culture is, and I'm only picking it because Linda is from Germany and she wouldn't mind. Like how can I say that something? How can I talk about something I don't know about? Like, exactly, I can't. I
don't know anything about Buddhism, but I would be interested in just exploring it and learning it. I'm not saying that I'm going to agree with everything about it, but I would want to know. That's just me too. Like, I just, if I don't, how can I say that I don't like something if I don't know anything about it?
Right, and that's where a lot of people don't understand. It's really. The Buddha never said, follow me and you'll get to heaven or anything like that. It's not. In fact, Buddhism is not really a religion. It really isn't. The Bible is the answer to all questions in life. Right. Right.
Eric Davis.
Sometimes after I eat ice cream, my belly can look like, hey, I'm with you, man. I'm with you on that.
But his is tacos.
I'm like, yeah, tacos and ice cream. Actually, we have late night.
We do. Yesterday I was trying to be not sneaky. Okay, yeah, I was trying to be sneaky because I was like, went to the garage to go get the chocolate ice cream, and I was just like, because he was working on the computer, so I didn't think he was gonna see it, and no, he's like, what are you doing? But yeah,
you're trying to be sneaky. I know.
I'm getting a little bit of a belly myself because of all the food, the tacos.
Yeah.
Also, too, really quickly, Eric.
Yeah.
Talking about spreading love, bringing happy anniversary to you and your wife, Eric Davis. 21 years.
Eric Davis, congratulations.
Yeah, we just wanted to
21 years. Maybe you can share the recipe on Discord.
Yeah.
Pretty sure a lot of us would like to have 21 years. Yes. So yeah, Buddhism is a philosophy, not a religion. And when I became an atheist, I took a big journey right off, and I looked at different things, different religions, with the intent to break them down and to just trash them. I'm like, all of it is dumb. To believe in God is trash. It's dumb. That was my intention. And what I noticed in each one is they all talk about love. They all talk about love, and yet they disagree with one another and they fight one another. And familia, I'm telling you now, I'm here with you all. Okay, now I'm exploring. I'm reconnecting with the Bible. I'm reconnecting with the stories of Christ. I'm reconnecting with Christ, right? I'm reconnected here. And I just want to let you all know that I just want to bring people together. You can say that it's an impossible task. Maybe it is. Maybe it is. But I'm going to try. Because that's what Christ wants me to do. Christ wants us to love one another. Christ prayed that we, through his word, be united, and that we all have the love of Christ in our hearts, so that he may live in our hearts, so that he may live in us. And what we want to do is to bring you all together. I really don't care what, and I mean this respectfully. I don't mean like I don't care. Like, I mean this respectfully. I really do not care what you believe about Christ or not, how different your church believes from this other church. I just want to know, where do we agree on? What do we agree on? Where do we meet? Can we just do that? Can we meet to begin with? Can we meet first? And then all the other stuff, secondary, because I just want to meet you right where you are, as Christ meets you right where you are, and just love. Mama Bear, thank you so much for the super chat.
Thank
Gaining
you.
knowledge is a wonderful thing, and we should not be afraid. Love your open heart. Thank you, Mama Bear.
And we love you.
And we love you so much. So all I want to do is meet one another. Familia, seriously, like, how can we say that we love our, I don't know, let's pick like, how can we say that we love another Christian brother and sister when we're disagreeing with them? Can you imagine getting to heaven and saying, oh, it's you?
Huh.
Oh, fancy
seeing you here.
Didn't think I'd see you here, right? Because you're one of those cessationists, or you're one of those, continuationists, or you're one of those whatever. It's like, come on, familia, like love. It's always going to come right back down to love. This is why I love having these conversations with these pastors, because everything circles right back to love.
Yep.
So we are here to spread love. That nothing more.
Yep.
I mean, it is hard. It's complicated, right? Because it's much easier to just let go of our emotions and to hate someone, or to not even want to understand someone. And I believe that the key to loving someone is in understanding them. And the key to hating someone is to reject them and not want to understand them to begin with, or to make assumptions of who they are, and then be so stubborn in your idea and your belief of what that person is or who that person is, that you don't even give them the opportunity to express themselves, to show you who they are, to show you their heart. I mean, again, I go back to when I first started the channel. Some of you thought I was going to trash the music.
Yeah, I saw so many comments from that. Like, they were like, oh, we didn't want to click, but we're so happy that we did, and that you weren't bashing us Christians because of this, or that you weren't making fun of the music. Like, it was a lot of those. And I was like, wow, is that what, like, they were? I mean, I'm not saying they were judging you before, like prejudging you before, but I'm like, then they got to know you, and they're like, wow, you're not.
Yeah, you're not that.
You didn't do that.
You didn't trash. Or someone were like, thank you so much for all that. Did I heard someone with a cessationist question last night? I didn't even have a position on it. I just trying to learn. No,
not at all.
No, not at all. I'm not saying that. Like, it's great to ask questions. I would prefer that you ask a question than for you to make definite statements. Familia, there's a difference. Like, even I do this. So when I have a guest, even though I know the answer, I won't say it as a definite statement. I'll ask a question, because in that question, I allow that person to open up and unpack it for us, right? And then I give my opinion. I say, okay, cool, because the way that I saw it was this. And it happens that we actually agree, instead of saying, oh, okay, So let me get this straight. Because you voted this way, let me guess. You think this, this, and this. And it's like, I believe in 2 of those things, not those other 4, and this is why. So like we have to ask one another. I really wish, familia, that we could give each other the platform, the space, and say, okay, talk to us about how you see God. And the rest of the people, not judge. Because it's going to open your world up even more. I don't know how to explain that. Well, not a quick explanation, but I don't know. My grandfather always told me that every head is its own world, and we make up that world based on our personal experiences. And sometimes he told me that we learn from experience, and the beauty of learning from experience is that we don't just learn from our own experience. We can learn from each other's experiences. And so somebody say like, oh, if you wouldn't take financial advice from someone who's broke, would you? And I'm like, I'm pretty sure that a broke person could still teach me something about finances. Yeah. Like, hey, what happened to you? Well, I had this job and I didn't save my money, or I made a bad investment. And like, boom, there it is. So I learned something.
Yeah.
Right. I mean, like, just like I learned how to, I'm going to toot my own horn. We can learn
something from everybody. I feel I really do. We don't have to agree with everything. That's not what it is, but we can always learn something. We can watch the same thing, the same sermon, and we'll still learn something new. You can watch it 10 times. You're still going to learn something new every time. That's just how I see it. And I don't know. Sorry, I totally cut you off.
No.
I apologize.
No, you're good. Like this is like, I'm going to toot my own horn here because I consider myself to be a good father. And I didn't have that example of a good father. I had bad examples of good fathers. In fact, like my dad was drunk and never really helped my mom out, with us. My stepdad was not a good father. Like he wasn't a good person to begin with, like just in general. Right. But from that, I learned how to be a good father because I learned what not to do. Thank you so much.
Not a good father. You're an amazing father. We've got to give you credit where it's due. And you're a great father. He really is. And I know you guys know that his daughters are amazing and beautiful, and they are so loving, and they learn from a great father.
Thank you. They are. And Luna surprises me a lot. Liana surprises me a lot too. And in fact, my eldest daughter, she was failing some classes. And I'm like,
we're getting into dad mode now.
I'm like, I know that you could do much better than this, love. Like, I know that this is not like, what's going on? She's like, oh, I didn't turn in some classes. I'm like, some assignments. Please, just come on, do it. And she dedicated herself. And here's another thing. Okay, so my eldest daughter has been going through a phase of a phase of depression.
Yeah.
Because she's been feeling down, and I've been doing the best I can to give her space, but not too much space that she feels abandoned, and not enough, not so little that she feels like I'm overbearing. Right?
It's kind of hard, but he's doing a great job.
It's tricky, teenagers. But she shows that little bit of like sadness, depression, like she's unsure of herself. All she wanted to do was be in her room and watch TV, and she really wasn't active and all that other stuff, right? The moment that she started focusing on her homework and actually focused her attention on something and being productive, and then showing me, Dad, I turned this F into a C. Beautiful, baby. Beautiful. Keep going. That's all she needed, is just a little tiny word of encouragement. Beautiful. Keep going. She kept going, and now she has straight A's, 1 B.
Yeah,
only
she came to me.
1 B. She had 2 F's, like a C, and then a couple B's, maybe 1 A.
And,
right.
And she kept telling me, and like I was like, but I didn't tell him because like I wanted her to tell him because it was like an accomplishment. Like she was like, and she even admitted it. That's a thing. She wasn't making excuses. She literally said, I just forgot, and then I was lazy. She admitted it, but she knows her strength and what she can do and what she can get done. That's the thing. She's really, really brilliant, and she's resilient also. So it was amazing. So yeah, she has all A's and 1 B. So she ended out with like a 3.8.
She's brilliant. She's bright.
And then his little one is, she is smart for a 6-year-old, and she has a lot of love in her. The story about the homeless lady outside Like she was just like in awe. We were in the car and he went to go put gas. I don't know if you guys have already heard this story, but he went to go inside to pay to put the gas. And then she kept asking me, she goes, Erika, how come everyone keeps passing the lady outside? Why don't they,
the homeless lady,
why don't they talk to her or give her something? And I'm like, I don't know, you know, they're just distracted. Luna, they probably didn't see her. And he's like, oh, okay. Then Leonardo comes out and then she's like, but my dad didn't even stop. And I was like, oh, maybe, you know, he was probably on the phone. I didn't know really what to say. And then he got into the car because he was pondering that because he was going to, and then he didn't. And then she tells him in the car, she's like, Daddy, why didn't you give anything to the lady or pay attention to the lady? Like she has such a big heart. It like made me want to cry in that moment. And then he was just like, wow, my daughter is spreading love right here. It's like,
I was like, it's because baby, I only have big bills. I don't have any change. And then she's like, well, go get some change. And I'm like, I'm sitting there and I'm like, my daughter, my 6-year-old is holding me accountable to the thing that I say online, which is spread love. Like I'm not spreading love right now. This is a perfect example. When I was hungry, you didn't feed me. Like when I came to you as a stranger, you didn't love me. And here my daughter is reminding me of that. And so I was like, okay. So I got not reluctantly. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna go. So I go. I didn't even break it. I just gave her a big bill. And then she was like, thank you so much.
Yeah,
and I was like, "You're welcome." Blessed. She's like, "Have a good night." And I'm like, "Yeah, you have a good night too." And I was so proud of my little Luna. But you know what? Luna is in a phase at an age right now that I love and I miss with the NAE. That you know how you could usually with text in front of your little kids, you know, and you don't have to worry about not that you're saying anything harsh or anything, right? But you know your texts are kind of private, right? And she looks over my shoulder and she goes, why did you say that? So like now she knows how to read. So she's reading the messages, or she'll be like, why did that person say you're a beautiful family?
Like, you know, like, okay. She gets so excited too. She's such a proud daughter of her YouTube dad because like this lady was like, there was a dog that was like lost, and so the lady was going around our neighborhood and asking if we recognized the dog, if we knew. And then you hear little Luna's voice, hey, it's Leonardo from YouTube. And then, like I turn around and go, did she just say that out loud? Like she's yelling at people. Like, yeah, it's amazing.
We were at Target and she's like, how come people aren't saying, wow, it's Leo from YouTube? And I'm like, because your dad's not famous or anything like that. It's just,
but she gets so excited when I showed her the video of Reckless Love that I had 1 million followers. She was like, what? Well, yeah, or a million views. Sorry,
1 million views. Yeah. 1.4 million views.
Sorry. Oh, I'm sorry.
Thank you.
I'm sorry. At the time it wasn't 1.4 million.
No, I kid. But thank you. And welcome to those of you who are new on the channel. I've seen some new people like Richard. Welcome, Richard. First time listening to you too. I've been to many churches, played guitar in one. Ooh. I've learned from all good and bad. Shepherd's Chapel people can learn quick. Oh. That's right. Bam. Strong right there.
Let me see mine.
Let's see. Oh, hey.
I got some.
Wow.
I don't know if that's muscle or fat.
No, this is, I don't know.
No, I'm on shot.
All right. Oh, okay. I think I got more muscle on this one than on this one.
We need more tacos, I think.
More tacos, yes. More tacos. So welcome, Richard. I used to play guitar in church too, many years ago. Maybe one day I shall play again. And let's see. Let's see. Are you getting baptized? I would love to see a video of that. Are you getting baptized?
I was going to, like, before COVID happened. I was in, like, not the process, but I was talking about it that I wanted to with my pastor at my church. And then COVID happened, and I just really haven't gotten around back to it. But I do. I would want to, but I want to get back into really with my relationship more in depth before I make that decision. But yeah, I want to.
Well, obviously, I've been baptized when I was a kid, when I was a baby.
Oh, okay.
In the Catholic Church. So were you, right?
Okay, yeah. So I was baptized in the Catholic Church. So, totally went over my head.
Yeah, me too. And then when Pastor Chad says that I actually was baptized again when I was in the shower and I had my moment with God. So I don't know if that counts, but if see ya, Eric Davis. Thanks.
Bye, Eric Davis. Thank you so much. And bye, Rose.
Rose, thank you so much. Bye. Have a good evening. Oh, is it Pam that's leaving or?
No. I have to run. Rose says, love you too.
Oh.
Keep the faith, spread the love.
Awesome. Yes. Thank you for helping spread the love.
Mm-hmm.
If I decide to do that,
Wait. Sorry. Maybe Pam is leaving. She said good night, La
Oh,
Familia.
good night.
Sorry.
Yeah, good night.
I didn't want to just assume that she
Yeah.
was leaving. Sorry, Pam.
Buenas noches.
Thank you for joining us.
Thanks
We
for
missed
joining
you.
us. Yeah. I saw someone put something about Pastor Mike. Oh,
yeah.
Pastor Mike should baptize you. Maybe
Pastor Mike was offering to, like, what was he saying yesterday?
Yeah, he was offering to marry us.
Yeah,
he said,
it was like, I'll fly down.
He's like, I'll fly down. I'll marry you. But actually, I don't know if he's going to see this. But actually, I would be honored if and when that moment comes for me. I would be honored if Pastor Chad is the one that does it.
Oh, that would be so awesome.
Since
I would
he
love
was
that.
the first person to invite me to his show and interview me and hear my story, and a lot of good stuff happened after we met that dude. So
awesome.
I think I would be honored if he were to do it.
Awesome family.
I've watched. Let's see, we got Kathy. Welcome, Kathy. Says I've watched several of your reaction videos, but it has been a while. From what I've seen, I thought you had not accepted Christ, but were often touched by the music.
Ooh.
What have I missed? A lot.
You've been a lot actually.
From February 13th, I got into a car accident, and there was footage of it in a house that was nearby, and the footage was a little bit too much to ignore. And if you watch it, and you can watch it, there's a video. I shared it in one of the lives that we did. The car should have flipped over. My car should have flipped over. I was driving down this way, and this car pulled out in front of me, and I used the front of the end of his car as a ramp, and I started to flip over, and then boom, my car flipped back on four wheels, and it's too much to ignore as a miracle. But before that, for a couple of weeks, maybe a couple of months actually, I was debating actually dropping the non-Christian title. But every single time that I would decide that I wanted to drop it, someone would say something that made me go, nope, I'm gonna, I don't think I want to expose myself to that. So as of like February 13th, I decided I was going to drop the non-Christian title, and I called myself a student of Christ and a follower of the truth. So that's where I am currently. And I'm learning a lot about things, and also applying some of the stuff that I already know, that I've already known, and that throughout my journey with Christ, who I called the Great Spirit back then. So yeah, that's what you missed. So you're welcome to check out any of the podcasts that I've been doing. You'll hear a lot of that story in the podcast. I don't know, but I just picture you guys connecting with a lot of different church bands. Like you guys could give great feedback to church leaders, both from non-Christian and Christian perspective. Sure. Yeah. In fact, something that I wanted to do was to be able to give sort of like these tips and tricks to musicians on how to perform music and what to look out for, how to make it more emotional. Not fake emotion, like more spiritual, I guess you could say. So there's stuff like that. I'm actually looking to donate some of that time to whoever wants to work on a song with me. Like if you have a song you want to share with me, say, hey, I've been working on the song. We can have a Zoom or something. Do it privately, and you can share it, and I can give you some tips. Okay, I like this. Let's tweak that. Let's change these lyrics, things like that. So let's see. Becky Bench, can I give you? Really? If you can you give me? I don't know. Is there a trick? Is that a trick?
I don't know.
Is there?
I don't know what to
strings attached?
What would you say to that?
I mean, my grandfather used to tell me that to never take away. Well, how do you say? Never rob a person from the opportunity to bless you.
David said something similar to that when we did the whole GoFundMe thing for him. He said, remember in the email, he said something about like, I've learned to just accept.
Oh yeah, I've learned to just accept the blessing.
Yeah.
So yeah, if you want to send that, sure. Yeah, I'll and we'll put it to good use. We'll help some people. For sure. We'll give away some stuff and move some. Oh, actually, check this out.
What are you going to show them? Oh, look what I got him. I'm so excited. But
we got to do something. Okay,
yeah.
So we got to do something.
Let him guess what it is first.
Okay, I have something here. And it's I don't know. How would I?
I don't know. You usually no.
It's at parties.
It's at parties for kids.
It's for kids.
They usually get in the line and shortest to tallest. I don't know.
That pretty much gives it away, unless
you don't know.
I've learned to take yes for an answer. So yes, let's make it happen. In fact, if that is true, if this is true, then what I'm about to show you, we could do something big. We could do something big.
Oh.
So we have memberships, right? You can join us and become a member, become a sponsor, a supporter of the channel. By the way, this wasn't the whole purpose. Okay, I'm just throwing this now because I saw this thing.
Yeah, it's literally right there.
And you can, if you want to, there's a join button down below, and you become a member on YouTube and help support the channel for as little as taco a month. Okay, for the cost of a little. Thank you, David, for that. By the way, for as low as $1.99. Okay, you can help support the channel and help it continue to bring you, great music and great conversations with pastors and a whole lot more. So what I'm thinking of doing is, for those people who actually are members, I'm going to write your name on a piece of paper, fold it, and put it into this thing. Mm-hmm. Okay. And once we reach 100,000 subscribers, once the channel reaches 100,000 subscribers, we are going to do something fun to pull a name, and whatever name gets pulled could win something. Maybe, I don't know, maybe $1,000 or something like that. Yeah. If this is real, maybe we can give away $1,000.
And if it's not, we're still going to do something. So
more, yeah. And then plus you have, this is how you know that you're a member. You have a special Archie. I don't know if it's showing on your end, but there's an Archie next to your name, and you get access to behind the scenes stuff. You get discounts on merchandise. Mm-hmm. I should be having a poster coming soon that says spread love or music. No, it says music, like tacos to my ears. So
somebody said it, so we could just
bingo ball roller thing. Okay, so here we go. Ready? Here it is. It's a taco piñata. A taco piñata.
I saw it and I thought it would be fitting to add here. Yeah. What do you think, familia?
What do you think?
I think it was good.
Cool. So I will pull, but the thing is, we got to make it fair, because some people might just sign up and then sign out just to get their name in. But it has to be that you've been a member for at least 3 months. So you become a member. We pull your name. We put it into the piñata, and when the time comes, we will have somebody whack it. Maybe have Leonardo and Luna whack it.
That'd be fun.
And break it, and then we'll have one of them maybe pick one or two names from it, and then we'll give away something. I'm excited. I don't even know what to give away.
A tocada. That's
a tocada.
Is it piñata? Tocada?
Oh, tocada. Yeah, tocada, piñata.
And it was Alicia who guessed that it was a piñata.
It's a piñata. That's right. Okay, cool. Alicia answered that. Mm-hmm. Cool. So I want to do stuff like that. I really just want to have fun with this, with all this in this channel, and
yes.
Love upon all y'all, even
I'm
those
so
that
happy
don't
we did this, because I feel like we just we're in a whole different spirit right now.
Yeah. It started off like, hey guys.
It started off that we were originally going to be on here for 33 minutes and 33 seconds.
Yep.
The alarm went off and I said, no. We're going to keep going. You guys are worth it. So this is where we're at.
Hello, fellas. All right. Let's see. So real quick shout out. Dory in the house. We got Dory in the house.
Give your mamita a hug from us.
Mamita a big old hug, and all your children and your grandchildren too.
Beautiful.
Emily says, "I love y'all."
Oh, we love you too.
We love you too. I always get so happy seeing you both. Thank you.
Aw.
Thank you so much. You can screenshot if you want.
Okay.
I
wasn't looking at the camera again.
Oh, look at the camera.
I always forget.
Okay, ready? 1, 2, 3. All right,
let's see how many memes we get.
Yeah, share it on Instagram
and tag us.
Yeah, share it on Instagram. Yeah, actually, yeah. Let's do a little challenge here. So for those of you who are following on Instagram, get ready to take a screenshot of this right here, and we're just gonna pose or do something, and then have them make like a meme.
Okay, got it.
Right?
Who's the boss?
So screenshot any of these.
I can't take you seriously when you do that face.
See, I can't even be mean. She's like, she doesn't take me serious when I'm like, show my mean face.
It looks like I'm punching you. Maybe not. How do I do like a zzz? Okay, let me do this. Gotta go.
Ow! You really pulled that. All right. Okay. Let's see your best memes. Show them, share them, and tag us on the Instagram. Here's our Instagram. Piñata.
My taco.
Piñata. So this is my Instagram right here.
Mm-hmm.
Leonardo on Instagram at Tower of Torres. And this is Erika's right here.
Mm-hmm.
Erika with an A between.
There's a lot of A.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry.
Erika, A, Ayala, A4.
Sorry, it's because when I made the Instagram a long time ago, it wasn't letting me do just the basic. I had to just throw in a couple more. But you look at it, there's 3 A's, 3's.
333. So AAA. Eric, AAA, Yal, AAA 4. Yeah. There it is. That's it. If you all want to email me, you can email me at toweroftorres33@gmail.com. I'm currently looking for pastors who want to be on the show to talk about the Holy Spirit topic. It's a very sensitive topic, but please remember, familia. First of all, I want to thank you all so much for keeping the live chat respectful yesterday. I realize that it's a touchy subject with talking about the differences between how we all see the Holy Spirit differently, and a taco mustache, and how we see things differently. And I understand it's a touchy subject, but we're here to listen to one another, and pretty much that's it.
Yeah.
One World says, I'm afraid the mustache is staying for quite a while. 75.6K subscribers now. Yeah. I think it's here to stay for a little bit.
Yeah.
For a little bit. But you never know. I mean, I never thought I was going to get to 75,000 to begin with when I was sitting there with 500 subscribers, and then suddenly it was like it was just climbing, and got to like 30,000 quick. So
Mama Bear says, LOL, I've taken 10 screenshots. Just 10, Mama Bear?
Just 10? Wow.
Just kidding, Mama Bear. We love you.
Yeah, we love you. Oh, by the way, Keanu Reeves.
She's going to be all red right now.
Her legs are going to be weak. What's the 333? Okay, real quick, share the story. And then we're going to be out.
We're going to have some pizza.
We're going to have some pizza. Not pizza, pizza. That's how my family says pizza. Pizza. All right, cool. So check this out. Before I started the channel, I kept seeing 333 everywhere. Mm-hmm. I look at, wake up in the morning, it's 333. I'm driving down the street, license plates everywhere, 333, truck number 333. I wasn't paying attention to this, at first, right? I really wasn't. But I was dealing with some stuff here at home. My stepdad was being demonic. That's the way
not
I was
a nice person.
Just not a nice person. He was just bringing down terrible times in our household. And it was a moment where I approached God and I said, like, I want to be able to do something that could replace his income so that we can ask him to leave, so that he's out of this house forever. Mm-hmm. But nothing came to mind. I was at the time I started, we were dating already, and I paid her a visit, and she would listen to Christian music. I wouldn't. So she would listen to Christian music in the background, or whenever we were talking on the phone, she had music in the background. One day I visited her and she had the song Oceans playing in the background, but then some other songs played, but that melody just kept playing in my head. Right?
That one. So
right as I was leaving, I said, what was the name of that song that went da 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 da? Right? She's like, oh, that's Oceans. And
you were like, no.
Cool. I was like,
I don't think so.
No, I said, all right, cool. So I got in my car and I started looking up on YouTube so I can listen to it. And I heard Oceans, but it didn't have that melody. And I was like, that's not it. Like, it got to the chorus and I was like, where's the chorus? Like, where's the part that I love? And then I looked up Spirit Lead Me, and I found the track that just has the ending. And I'm like, oh, it's called Spirit Lead Me. Didn't know. Then I found out later on what it was called. So on my way home, check this out. On my way home, I see exit 33, 3rd Street. 3rd Street, exit 33. And I was like, okay, it stood out to me differently this time. Then I get home and my mom's like, hey, you want some carne asada? I was like, do I want some carne asada? What? Come on, of course I want some carne asada. So then she's like, oh, I want you to go to the store to get some carne asada because I like the carne asada. I like the carne there. I like the meat there. So she gives me directions. She's like, you're going to take this street, you're going to make a left here, and then that street's going to curve, and it's right there. You can't miss it. It's called La Mexicana. So then I was like, cool. All right, let's go. So I get in my car, I drive, and as soon as I hit the curve, I mean, I don't hit the curve. I hit that turn. I look at the address of the place, and its address is 333, right? I park in front. I get out of my car, and on their door is a sign. It says Gatorade. I think it was 2 for $3.33. And I'm like, okay, this is too much. Like, this is way too much, right? So I later on that evening, I had some really good tacos in my tummy. I'm sitting on my couch and I'm listening to Deftones, and I'm breaking down the music, right? And I'm like cool, doing what I do when I listen to a song over and over and over and over again, right? And then out of nowhere, I get this warm feeling in my stomach that it's hard to miss. I already know this is God like calling me, right? And so I take off my headphones and sit quietly. I take a few deep breaths and I let some of that noise first pass me by, because I want to be able to. I want to be sure that I'm listening, and I'm having my conversation with God. And the conversation was, so you want your stepdad out? Like, you want him out of your life? You want to do something? What do you want to do? And I said, I don't know, something with music. And he's like, you have to be specific. You have to narrow it down. I said, okay, I'd like to review some music. And he said, okay, do reaction channels. I'm like, but react to what? And he played the melody of Oceans in my head. And I was like, that's a Christian song. And he said, yep, I don't know anything about Christian music. And he said, exactly. Like, that'd be perfect, because you don't know anything about it. And all I want you to do is just listen. That's it. I'm like, all right. But being stubborn, I was like, I don't know how to make a reaction video. He said, but you're a video editor. You could figure it out. And I'm like, but I don't have lights and equipment. And he's like, well, you have that one. See this light? That's the one that I started with. So I put it in front of me and I put a regular light bulb on. And I'm like, I don't have a high quality camera, but you have your phone. So I pulled out my phone, set it up, and I did it all in one cut. And little by little, it started to, the channel started to take off. And fast forward a few months later, in July of last year, there was a big event here with my family. My stepdad had a little bit too much to drink. He was chasing my mother around the house, throwing stuff, not hitting her, but throwing stuff around her to sort of like scare her. And we called the police, and they came, and he was so upset that he decided to leave all on his own. And right before that's when the channel started to pick up. And thankfully, the channel has provided enough to be able to sustain the house. So 333 is special to me because it says answer the call, because that's what we've been doing on the channel, is answering the call. Whenever the 333 arrives, I bring myself to stillness, which is why I have let me do this. See that be still? It says be still. I bring myself to be still. Well, can't read it, but it says be still.
It's right there.
Back there. So 333 is just a reminder. It's the call. It's God calling me and asking me to be still and to wait to receive instructions, I guess you could say. Yep. And so here we are, a year later, and the channel is evolved to what it has turned into.
It's beautiful.
And Erika's now a big part of it now too. Like, yes, she was always a part of it.
I was just really I worked at the restaurant. So I was there for like every day except one day. And I was there sometimes all day. So I was just super, super busy. I just did a lot there. So a lot of times I couldn't join in the chat when it was happening or the lives. I had to watch them after. I didn't really get to engage with a lot of you guys. So like, oh, good night, Katie.
Good night,
love
Katie.
you. We'll be praying for Bella, by the way. And so I wasn't really like always here, but I was always in the midst, if that makes sense. Like I wasn't always maybe there during the lives or really got to know you guys from the beginning, but I've always been here and I'm more involved now. And it's been such a blessing to just be here, be in the midst. And just when he gets those second thoughts, I'm just right here to shake him and to remind him
and remind
him how loved he is from God, most important. And then from myself, the girls, and from all of you. You guys are amazing.
Yeah. It's been a beautiful journey. And no, David, I didn't think that 333 would be literally helping the lame to walk.
Oh my goodness, David.
John 333. Can somebody please tell me what John 333 is? I'm still an amateur. Pastor Chad pointed out that for me it was Jeremiah 3:30. I'm sorry, Jeremiah 33:3. Call on to me and I will tell you unknowable things, or something to that effect. Good night.
Good night,
Alicia. Thank you.
So much
we're going to be
the,
hitting out too. For the super chat.
The super chat. I was going to say cash out.
Thank you for the super chat and for being a member as well, for your membership. Thank you so much, Leonardo and Erika. Leonardo and Erika. And so now here we are, Leonardo and Erika. Let me see. I saw another one. How can I message you privately? Do you have other social media? So Iron Lion, here's how to reach me. So you can either message me on Instagram. I'll look out for it because it goes to like a private inbox. I'll look out for it there. For your email. Or you can email me. You can email me directly, and just be sure to, I don't know, in all caps, just put like it's what is it? What is your username? Lionheart? Iron Lion. Oh, sorry, Iron Lion. Just say it's Iron Lion from YouTube, and I'll open it up and read it.
Yeah.
Call on to me. That's right. What is everybody doing this week? Hey, K-Max, welcome. Excellent. So, familia, thank you so much for joining us. Thank you for listening. We're going to be doing The Chosen soon. I got a hold of Brad who used to work with them, and they're sending over the files soon. He just had been so busy that he forgot to send them over. But as soon as he sends those over, I will schedule a date, and we will all be watching season 2 of The Chosen. I'm so excited. Together.
I want to rewatch season 1.
Okay, we'll rewatch season 1. I'm gonna ask Dallas if we can have a watch party for season 1 again, so we can watch it all together. So we can watch season 1 and 2.
And then for those who maybe didn't watch it with you before, they can watch it with you now.
Yeah, exactly. Yay. Beautiful. So we can, we can do that. All right. God bless. Thank you all so much. God
bless you all. We love you so much.
Yes. Thank you for spreading the love and continuing to spread the love that comes from above. Thank you for the part that you play in the success of this channel. Thank you for the part that you play with loving one another as we are all commanded to. I'm very proud of you all for spreading love. I'm very proud of those who have found love on this channel as well.
Yes, we know a few of you.
Yep. I'm very proud for those of you who have found Christ on this channel. Yes, we've had a few of those as well.
Amen.
And very proud of you for those of you who have also opened up and been vulnerable about your life story and where you are and sharing that with us. Please join us on Discord. Yep. The link is in the description. I'll add it, but Angela can add it one more time.
If she's still here, please and thank you, Angela.
If you're still here, I didn't have it ready. But you can join us on Discord and join us on the prayer server. We have movie nights every once in a while. You can share your pictures of your pets. You can share food recipes. Yep. We talk about food a lot there.
Food is mandatory. It's we love food there.
And share your accomplishments. If you have, if you're taking on a new journey and you want us to pray for you, we can do that.
We can do that as well.
Anybody who needs healing, we can pray for that as well. We have people from all around the world. The beautiful thing is, so check this out. There's about 300 and some people there. So the goal is this. That if you need prayer, you post it in the prayer request thingamabob, and you'll have 300 people, 300 plus people praying for that situation for you. So we're intensifying the prayer.
And trust me, it helps. I've had so many people there pray for me and my family and myself, reach out to me, and it has been a blessing, and you feel it. So you don't want to miss it. It's beautiful.
It is. So we'll see you all soon.
Yes.
Take care of yourselves. Be kind to yourselves and be kind to others.
We love you, Mama Bear.
And we love you. Yeah, we love you, Mama Bear. Thank you. And we'll see you on our next adventure.
Bye, familia.
Peace.